So now you've read the first tutorials and you've chosen a program that you're going to scrap in, and you've read the printing tutorial and decided how you might print so that you know what size of file you have to create when you make your first layout, and you've learned a little bit about the lingo. Your next step is to get some things that you can put on your pages, some papers and ribbons and other elements, tags. And so you need to head on out for your first freebie download, Frenzie. There are designers that will offer you some of their products for free in order that you may see what their products look like, so that you can hopefully come back and purchase more of their stuff if you like their things. There are a lot of people out on the internet that are just trying their hand at learning how to make products, and they give away what they practice and learning. So there are free things everywhere on the internet. It's just amazing how many things that you can get for free, or you can head out and just purchase your first kit. Of course, I have some free things going on in my forums so that you can watch that. If you head on over to the sidebar of my blog, you will find a list of freebie hunters, and this is probably one of the best ways to get some freebies. Freebie hunters are these ladies who enjoy scouring the internet for freebies, and they create lists for us. Some have previews in them, and some just have a bunch of links. But you can certainly find hundreds upon hundreds of things that way by going to visit those ladies. There are a lot of good quality items for free, and there are a lot of things that are not so good of a quality. Over time, as you begin bringing those things into your pages, you'll learn how to spot the better things out there that are for free, or simply like me, I have my own style of creating pages, and I tend to only download those things that I think I might use in my pages that fit my scrapping style. Here's another list of things on the internet in this tutorial that you can download on my website. You can click on all these links that will take you to pages. Scrapbook Bites, I think you have to be logged in, but they have a great area over there. A lot of great ladies over there. And Scrap Girls, I think you have to subscribe to their newsletter, and they have an awesome newsletter, and you can get some freebies in their newsletter too, and I won't go over all of these. You can also purchase kits. Just take a trip over to my links page. There's hundreds of various shops out there. I can't keep up with the list. The shops open and close so fast. And just head on out and go shopping. Be very careful. It's so easy to spend a lot of money. You think kits are only $5 a piece, and oh, I can get those, and then next thing you know, you're spending $20 because you found 4 that you like. And so just be very careful. You can find a lot of great things. One of the advertising lists that has been around the longest, and the one I like to watch, is the promos for Digi Scrappers. So you just head on over to this Yahoo group and join it, and you'll get emails with previews of new kits and things. I really like that. There are other Yahoo groups out there. If you just search for the digital scrapbooking advertising groups, you can find them. I found the emails a little overwhelming and dropped out of most of them, but if you're new, you can certainly find those. Digi Shop Talk has a product gallery. If you go over there and see the link at the top of their page, it says product gallery. You can even search by type of kit, such as if you're looking for an Easter kit, you can put Easter in the search field and find all of those kits. And digital scrapbook previews is similar to that too, and another great place to find kits. So I recommend all those places if you're looking for kits. Now I'm going to go through in a minute and show you a sample of how to download, but sometimes you will run into some technical difficulties out there. Sometimes you might not see a download link. That's because they've made their actual preview a download, and so you have to click right on that photo or icon. Sometimes pop-ups will be stopped by pop-up blockers, and you'll need to turn those off. And actually in XP I had showed you how to turn off a few of them here in this tutorial if you want to go ahead and read those. I do recommend, if you're going to be out there downloading freebies, to get Spybot and Adaware, and I tend to go to download.com. I have some links here to get those free programs, and I run them nearly daily. They catch things even just from cruising around on the internet, not just downloading things. Spyware will definitely slow down your computer because it will be running in the background and you will not know it. And so I recommend, especially if you're going to be out there downloading things, to run those very often, if not once a week, more often than that. Let me show you. I've mentioned up here at the beginning of the tutorial how to unzip the things that you download, and I even mention a program here, and it's got a link to where you can go get it, but I'm just going to show you now instead how those work. I have here my web page in the forum, and I made this bow tutorial, and here is a link to download my bow, and I chose this because it's a small file that we won't have to wait long on. And so for me, in Internet Explorer 7 that has tabs, I generally will right click and open that link in a new tab. And I can click on that tab, and the most used download for freebies is ForShared, and so that's why I'm going to give you a sample of how it works to download from there. Now when you get in here, you'll see this, it says don't like waiting, and you'll have to wait a little bit, sometimes longer than other times, but so you have to wait, and while you're waiting you can leave comments. Eventually this file will show up that says download file, and so we're going to click on that, save to the computer, and I've created a folder for me to play with called test download, and I'm just going to download that right into that file. And that was quick, and we're done. And here is that file on my desktop now, and so I'm going to open that up, and I'm going, just for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to copy it a few times so that you can see the various ways that you can unzip this, just for my purposes in teaching. You wouldn't copy. You can simply, if you have XP, I don't have a Mac, don't know how Mac works, this is an XP, double click on this, and then you could drag this right on out onto your desktop, and then hit the back button and delete that file, and now here's my bow unzipped. I tend to like to double click on it and then right click and cut it out of there, simply because when you drag it, it actually, as you can tell, leaves the original copy in the zip, and I like to actually cut it and then right click on my desktop and paste it, and you can see it takes it actually out of there instead. and then you can go back and delete your original zip file that is not needed any longer. I want to take this to the trash can. Another way that you can extract in XP is to right click and choose extract all, and you'll get a little wizard that you can go through, and you'll see it opened it up the new file for me, but the file is also here in my original folder, and then you would delete the original, but I'm going to delete this one. Another way, which I tend to do, I'm going to copy this again so we have 4 files here, is to use a program called Unzip Them All, and I give you the link in the tutorial. And when that comes up, you just click on it, and then this tool appears. And I can't get it all on my small screen here very well, so I'll have to move this up and down. I'm going to navigate to where my zip files are, which is in this test download file, and you'll see them now all appear, and they're all default highlighted. If there were RAR files, .rar files, which are another version of a zip file, those could also be lumped together with these zip files. And you just merely click Start, and you'll see behind here that it immediately unzipped all 4 of those files at the same time. Isn't that cool? I just love using this program. And then you would go back and you can select all of these files and delete them all at once, and then you would have all of your zip files downloaded at the same time. I'm going to go back to the tutorial for a moment just to mention that it says here to go ahead and get started downloading and unzipping, but don't go too far, because you're going to want to read the next lesson about organizing. If you get too much downloaded before you decide your organizing system, it might make it difficult for you later. You might want to begin organizing immediately as you start unzipping. You're going to want to pay attention to where you download. That's going to be the internet shortcut tutorial that's coming up too. So before you go too far, you might want to review the next tutorials too that are related to downloading. And if you have any questions, please do ask me in the forums.